Most welcome my friend in my channel. We are going to start microbiology sections. What the means of microbiology. Most of the undergraduate students, senior secondary students need to understand what is the actual meaning of microbiology. In this month, the upcoming month, we need to finish one by one microbiology definitions, bacteria, fungi and virus, and the detailed study in the chapter wise, and with the specific bacteria I will like to include in my these sections. So one sections is coming every evening time, every day, evening times. So let's start. What is the means of microbiology? Why it's very important nowadays, the section of biology, because of the coronabacteria. Most of the peoples understand the value and the importance of this branch, microbes and biology. You know the biology, what the means of biology, living things you need to study. When it's come into micro, then is the different term is come is the micro, the very small molecular molecules that is the living animals, that is called the microbes. So you understand microbes, microorganisms, and minute living things that can be only observed or visible under the microscopes. These can be, if without these microscope you cannot visualize these things. Naked eye you cannot see. The examples of these are the bacteria, fungi, protozoans, algae, viruses. Examples, some of these are beneficials, some of the harmfuls. In these sections, we need to understand first section only for the harmful organisms, because human life, most of the important thing is the facing the challenges. When the human life face the problem, these organisms, disease, crop problems, pathogenic effect, animal destructions, any type of the destruction, yeah, pathogenic activities created by these microorganisms is most important for the human beings who need to do for some things. Another definition of microbiology is that the study of organism too small, seen the naked eye, cannot seen the naked eye. These organisms include virus, bacteria, algae. Already I told you, microbiologists are those who are doing or who are studying these things is known as the microbiologist. The morphology they need to understand, cytology they understand, go for their cytological study, yes, cell physiology, and ecology where they are livings, and taxonomy, genetics, molecular biology. So many things we need to understand of the microorganism, how they reproduce, how they live, how they create such type of infections. The person who are doing all these things study is called the microbiologist. And the microbiologist is the most important uh, things, yeah, any human beings who are doing whole life to understand these microorganisms biophysiology study. Another definition, so many definitions created by so many peoples, uh, these things similar things but in the different languages. I am telling to you, minute organisms, those things cannot visualize by naked eye. You need to microorganisms, and so you need to understand anything who are livings but cannot visualize by naked eye. So you go for that. What is the another definition is the microbes are produced evolution. One thing I am telling this, these organisms are responsible for the living things in this planet. They create the lives, they create the human beings. Inside our human body there are a lot of millions of microorganisms. These are the starting point of the life, when they started, when they create. But during the evolution, consequences happen, natural selections operating the waste variety, genetic diversity. Now the human are developed. But if you go in the deep study, then you realize the human life is totally a animal. Any things in this planet are totally depend on the microorganism. If the microorganisms is finished, yeah, destroyed, then human lives, yeah, anything will be destroyed. Now how we are going to understand when the history of microorganism. First times when microbes come into knowledge, yeah, everyone know there is a microorganism. Before we don't know, after the discovery of the microscopes by the Antony van Leeuwenhoek, this man discovered, this man made microscopes where they observed the teeth scraping rainwater small molecules. These are livings inside this type of organism, in this type of the instruments called the microscope, where they name these are the minute organisms called the microorganism. The name of scientist is Anthony von Leeuwenhoek, and these scientists have a lot of research did at that time. What they did in 1674, these are the actual living organisms. These are father of microorganisms. They are calling that they can find such type of the microscope where they find such type of the living things, very small living things, and these are called the microorganisms. So we need to understand microbiology starting point, how they develop, how they forms by using microscopes, and their importance in the history, what the means of this historically importance. So we need to understand history. The Anthony van Leeuwenhoek gave the germ theory. 1835, Augustin Bassis shown the silkworm disease caused by the fungus. This is the history of microorganism. One things we need to understand. One step, who discover microscopes. Then again, who discover fungi, how this fungi cause the disease. Pasteur, who is responsible for the development of vaccines. There is lot of things. Pasteur 1965 believe that another silkworm is caused by protozoans. So there is a lot of confusion in the pre that time, since 200 year ago or 100 year ago. There's a lot of problem. They say Ivanus Semelvisky, see, advocate hand washings prevent transmission of the puerperal fever from the one OPD patient to another. This man Ignaz Semmelweis is the first times they introduced 1884, 1814s to wash their hand, because lot of microorganisms in your hands causing the disease. So you need to be go for the sections how to clean ourselves, and there is a lot of another historical importance. I will make another video on them. So we need to go for these sections one by one things. First important of the germ theory, because germ theory is responsible for the development of vaccines. The Joseph Lister used the chemical disinfectants prevent surgical wound infections. Pasteur working showing microorganisms in the air spoil the food, causing the organism. Germ theory is telling that a lot of microorganisms everywhere the microorganism present. They cause a different type of disease. So you need to be, if you are going to make anything, so you need to go for surgery, yeah, anything you need to clean before you need to do these things. This is the germ theory is telling. So a lot of information you need to go, you need to study this. One of the things, this is the first video, I am just making a very light mode to understand what is the means of microbiology, what is the importance of their historical developments, how the microorganisms is important for the lives. And the next video I will go another historical important, then simultaneously we will go one by one, and upcoming month one bacteria and virus, like that we will study, and we will complete this chapter exactly what is the microbiology, what the importance of this. Thank you so much for watching my video. Hope you like. Please subscribe my channel, and tell to me what I will include another things what you need, because in my morning sections I am giving some news information, science and scholarship section. Please must watch that video also. Thank you.